the books that I write have a theme to it, whether it's the warrior principle, the 12 laws, or the hard truth. And the Cleopatra falls into that tradition. And I think that those themes give my books a different twist and make it more interesting for the reader. Also, my books aren't filled with a lot of education jargon and theories. I'm not one of those academic types that sit at the collegiate ranks and write about theories of what education should be. I'm actually a practitioner who's actually in the field working. So I think that by me being a practitioner, it makes my writings more visceral for the reader, and they're able to connect, and it resonates with them because I'm writing about the things that are actually going on in the field today. This book is important for public school teachers because it combines effective teaching strategies with methods on how to properly engage students over a prolonged period of time. And once you think about it, the bare essence of teaching, it directly involves being able to engage students. If you're not able to engage them, you're not able to deliver quality instruction, especially in today's times where technology, pop culture rules the day, and also when people are digesting and receiving information quicker than they ever have in history. So teachers need to be able to engage students over the course of a school year and hold their attention. And so that's what the Cleopatra Teacher Rules, it does for teachers. It instructs them on how to properly engage students and to how to deliver quality instruction over a course of a school year. I know that Cleopatra is a very controversial figure. In fact, there's probably not another person from antiquity whose name is surrounded by more controversy than Queen Cleopatra. But there's some interesting parallels that exist between how she governed her country and the plight of public school teachers today. And I highlight those parallels in the book. But even though I used her life and her story as a backdrop and for entertainment value, make no mistake about it, this book is about quality instruction. It's about how teachers can improve their practice, how they can engage students, how they can bring students to higher levels of achievement. So the entertainment value is cool, but the real thrust of the book, the real message that needs to come out is that teachers can improve their instruction and their methods for delivering instruction no matter what school setting they're in, whether they're working in an urban school, private, suburban, charter school, it doesn't matter. These rules can be applied into any setting where a teacher may work. A teaching professional in today's educational climate is definitely more difficult than in times past. Teachers have to deal with a host of issues that teachers, let's say 20, 30 years ago, didn't even have to deal with. And that's not even talking about the pressure from high-stakes testing. And that's just one element of it. If you look at the most teacher evaluation systems that exist in school districts, coupled with lack of administrative support, disgruntled parents, increased student discipline issues, and you throw all of that in one pot, it makes for a very stressful job. This is the reason why there's a teaching shortage nationwide across the country. But the Cleopatra Teacher Rules is a book that helps teachers navigate through all of that process. It not only tells them about the situations and circumstances that they had to deal with, but it also gives them potent strategies for how to deal with all the circumstances, all of the roadblocks, all of the barriers that they may encounter during their career as a teaching professional. See, I'm a member of Gold's Gym, and one of the things that I do when I start my workout is I normally do about 30 minutes on the treadmill. And after 30 minutes of running on the treadmill at a comfortable pace, or if I push myself, I might go a little faster, you know, I'm tired. I burn calories, I'm sweating. But if you think about that concept and relate it to how teachers teach in their classrooms today, that's where the concepts come from. Because when you're running on a treadmill, even though you're running, you're sweating, you're burning calories, you're becoming fatigued if you run long and fast enough, you're still stationary, because the machine that you're running on, it's stationary. You'll never be able to know what's down the street, around the corner, or even what's in back of you. All right? Teachers fall in that same mindset. It's a metaphor for how when a teacher is in their classroom and the things that they have to deal with throughout the school day. See, a lot of teachers are in their classroom and they're basically dealing with one or two students, and they're remaining stationary in their classroom, and while they're conversing with one or two students, they are under the impression that they are teaching effectively because they're getting feedback just for the small number of students that are in the classroom, while everybody else is daydreaming, preoccupied with something else, or just, you know, totally disengaged altogether. And if you combine the other stuff that teachers are mandated to do outside of the classroom, teachers at the end of the day feel tired, feel fatigued, feel like they're accomplishing a lot. But if you really look at what they're doing instructionally, their instruction is really only catered to the one or two people, one or two students that are volunteering in the classroom, raising their hands, that's communicating with them. And if they're communicating in the same fashion and delivering the same instruction in the same format, day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year, the number of students that are engaged would decrease with each passing week. So I say that teachers are on a treadmill sometimes, and in order to really, truly, effectively engage students and boost student achievement, they have to get off the treadmill. And that means that they actually have to, instead of remaining stationary and just dealing with the one or two students that they have in the classroom, they need to actually move around the room, and they need to create activities where there is some movement with the students, where students are able to engage not only with the teacher, but they are able to engage with each other. They're able to converse and dialogue, and they're able to use their hands, and they're able to prepare and do presentations. There's some variety in the instructional delivery and the lesson planning. So that's where the concept comes from, and it's a chapter that I go in depth about in the book, or how teachers can actually get off of the treadmill and boost student achievement in the right way. I think the Cleopatra Teacher Rules can be used as a guide for how effective instruction should be delivered. And it also can be used as a standard bearer for excellence. Teachers should always have resources available to them that they can use and incorporate into their practice to make them better. And I believe 100% that if teachers, public school teachers, incorporate the tenets of this book into their instructional practice, they will not only make themselves better, but they will also make the students better and boost student achievement.